Good morning. Uh, it's just kind of a cool conversation I had, and I just wanted to share it with you because it's been really speaking to me today. I know I haven't done one of these. Gosh, it's hard to find the time to do that with little ones running around in life, but this was kind of too important, at least in my heart. So Lucy, 4.5-year-old, I've never met a kid who asks more questions than this little one, but she constantly wants me to explain words for her. Maybe she's like her mom, a word junkie, but it's multiple times a sentence. What is this? What is this? What is this? Calories the other day, and it was interesting. Well, I think it was yesterday. We were singing our new favorite song in our car is Yes and Amen. Oh my gosh, it's on repeat. They're all singing. And it's talking about God's faithfulness. Well, Lucy wanted to know what that was. She said, "What is faithfulness?" And I asked Mackenzie, like, "Do you know what it is? Do you know what you're singing about?" And she's like, "No, I don't." And I said, well, if we think about it, it just hit me really hard in that moment. And I know I've thought about it before, but we're singing about his faith. God's faith, and how it never fails, and how he is faithful in the midst of all these situations that seem like we don't know what to do with it. And I realized in that moment how easy it is to focus on our own faithfulness and to look at our situations and say they are a result of our lack of faithfulness. I think it's even become a religious thing. It's become an accepted a religious language to say, well, yeah, you did this, therefore you have this, so reap, all across the board. In fact, I just encountered a well-respected individual yesterday and was talking about it because he had written a statement about how 99% of success in our life is about what we do, and only 1% basically about speaking about what Jesus has done. And my heart was breaking, but I realized that is an accurate reflection of even myself. So often when I look at a situation and put either I thank God with my words, but am I really thanking him or giving glory to what I did to see the outcome? Because I'll tell you, for the longest time, I know how I did that because I was failing in one area over and over. I'll use my weight as the best example of my focus on my own faithfulness, but it's been in a negative way. I have beat myself up since I was 12 years old, and the first boy I really remember liking, we dated, which meant we didn't talk to each other for 4 months, didn't hold hands, weren't in the same zone. That's what dating was when we were 12, right? Well, before school ended, a friend of his came to me and said he wants to break up because you are too fat. At 12 years old, this boy I'd basically never talked to, never for 4 months. I thought I was too fat, and I went home, and from that day on I've had issues with who I was to the outside world. And I've said, it's my lack of faithfulness. It's me who ate too much. It's me who didn't exercise enough. And it was like this self-fulfilling prophecy. And I have had to lose massive amounts of weight 2 separate times now, and now I'm on my 3rd. But you know what? What's awesome is that he keeps showing me every day more and more that this fight has never been, regardless of what this world says, but it's never been about me. It's been about him, about his faithfulness, and how I need to get my eyes off my own faithfulness and remind myself about his faithfulness. In the middle of my mess ups, of my failures, he is faithful, and it is his faithfulness that will carry me out of mine. So I looked that man that I spoke to yesterday in the eye, who said 99% of our success is based on what we do and only 1% on declaring the Lord's victory. And I said, I believe that it's 1% of us declaring his victory will cause 99% of his faithfulness to flow through us. We flip it. We focus on ourselves. And I know God's word shows us the opposite. It's his faithfulness, you guys. So today, whatever area it is that you feel you have no faith for, that you feel you've lost it, my prayer is that his faithfulness will take over your heart in such an awesome way that you will give yourself the grace to walk through your weakness out to the other side to see him. And for all those areas that you are very strong and feel as though you're able to do it, my prayer, I'm praying for those areas too, because I think the areas that we feel most accomplished in are the ways the enemy plays with almost the most, because he can yank those away, and then all that we thought we had is gone, because the foundation was built on us and our ability and our faithfulness and our stick-to-itness. This world will never, ever win by a group of people whose eyes are on their own faithfulness. The only way this world will see our God is if our eyes remain on him, so they know where to look. His faithfulness never fails, you guys. Happy Wednesday.